Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play action, it's Fields. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields got him in. It's Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
For Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Galladay. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
So there you go, Charles. We heard the rumblings that he wasn't happy with how he was being utilized, and I think this will silence him for a little while, at least for the time being. His first catch, a touchdown.
This feels like it had all the makings of being one of those stories that pops up and goes away pretty quickly. Let's face it, the attention span of us from nowadays, not very long. And when things change for the better, it's not very long for him either. He's got to be excited.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, it's Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. On the run, this is Hunt. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 11. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will shrink to 6. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple up.
And this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and through, and the lead now stands at 13.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Logan Wilson.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Carr now to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Kareem Hunt,
his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Callaway, the return man.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler, Jamie. Collins that makes the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, it's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Let's
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And Matthews makes the grab. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Fields now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Alshon Jeffrey. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Fields steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Here's Fields. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Golladay, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Pettis now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So this one, Charles, it's only the 3rd quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a 1-score lead you don't even count, but a 2-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now, they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
To throw again on second down. Carr.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And that, in a nutshell, should shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point try now for Vedvik.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Pettis now on the return.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. In his own end zone, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Fields going to take this himself, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd and 2, Fields.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, it's Carr. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tim Patrick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Chubb will have the first down and much more. Shreds him with a stiff arm. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Pettis now on the return.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical. Not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Powerful running. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Fields.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Carr. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Bust through the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to